Right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let's begin the session with Al-Fatiha. All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To Dr. Liza Abdullah, the Deputy Director of Academic and Internalization, and to Ustaz Abdullah Bukhari Abdul Rahim, the Deputy Director of Student Development and Community Engagement, teachers and students. Okay, I would like to welcome you to this session. Welcome everyone. This session is designed to introduce the key aspects of language learning at CELPAD. All right. So with that, I would like to welcome Dr. Liza Abdullah to give introduction to CELPAD. Welcome, Dr. Liza.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Hadijah. Right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good afternoon. I wish to all of you, okay, Ustaz Abdullah Bukhari, Madam Hadijah, and also students, and also some of our colleagues here who are present. I wish you good day, yeah, and also like to welcome all the students here. But so far, I see only 22 participants, yeah, Hadijah?
That's why I wonder.
Okay, is this one recorded? Going to be recorded, right?
Yes. That's
Okay,
where we
please
also have
record it.
YouTube live session.
Oh, YouTube, I see. Okay, do we know like how many are present on YouTube?
Do we know, Sada Rajin?
Yeah. So far, on three students.
3, okay.
Uh,
So
now six, increasing
now
to
6.
six.
Okay, so all right, so it's gonna be on YouTube, so hopefully they can always watch it right after, yeah. Right, first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. Thank you, Madam Hadijah, for introducing me. My name is Liza Abdullah. All right, I'm here to talk about to introduce CELPAD to all of you. Okay, I've been given 30 minutes, yeah, so I will share my slides and also skip some of the slides which I feel not maybe very doesn't need to be elaborated, yeah. So I'm gonna go straight to my slides. Right, hang on. Okay, now am I sharing my slide?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, hang on. Okay, I got to move this somewhere. Suppose. All right. So, let me first introduce you to CELPAD. Yeah, CELPAD is Center for Languages and Pre-University Academic Development. I would like to welcome all of you. Okay. Welcome all of you to CELPAD, even though we are already in week 7. Yeah, I hope it's not too late for us to welcome all of you who are still doing language courses in CELPAD. And I would like to also, in case we feel that it's very important, yeah, that if you have any question, if you're not clear with anything with the system, you can ask us, yeah, and also go to your teachers or to the right office for further information, yeah. So the structure of the presentation today, first I'll be talking about CELPAD itself, yeah. And alamak, hang on, where is it now? It's missing. Oh, because okay, what did I press? Yes, I'm sorry. Let me do it again, yeah. Okay, where is it? Okay, can you please hold on? Yeah, hang on. Okay, I'm sorry. Am I now sharing the slide again?
Yes.
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 Okay, sorry. So first I'd like to talk about CELPAD and then courses in CELPAD and also the curriculum structure for English proficiency courses and also Arabic proficiency courses. So actually the emphasis later on will be on those who are doing the EPC and also APC. Yeah. But first, okay. All right. CELPAD. What is CELPAD for? Yeah, as I mentioned just now, CELPAD is Center for Languages and Pre-University Development. Yeah, and what does it do? It offers courses in English, Arabic, Bahasa Melayu, as well as Tilawah Al-Quran to undergraduate and postgraduate students at all levels of proficiency. Yeah, it's well trained and qualified academic staff use up-to-date multimedia language laboratories in which actually we don't have that many, but we are trying, we are moving towards that. Yeah, and teaching materials as method and methodology to ensure quality language learning for all students. Yeah. So the role of CELPAD in the university is to ensure that all IIUM students fulfill the minimum language requirements in order to undertake credit-bearing kuliah courses in Arabic and English. Yeah. In addition to these two languages, Bahasa Melayu, Tilawah, and Mandarin are also offered either as university required courses or as elective courses. Okay, right. Now, we have CELPAD in all the 4 branches. Yeah, all the 4 branches. So we have one here, of course, in Gombak campus, and we have another one in Pago, yeah, a small unit, and in Gambang is our Center for Foundation, and also in Kuantan. So CELPAD is mainly everywhere because we are servicing all kuliahs, yeah, in all campuses. Okay. Now, let me just briefly share with you the mission and vision of CELPAD. Mission is to provide necessary language skills for students to enter and participate in academic programs at IIUM and to provide excellent language programs that meet the diverse language learning needs of students in occupational, professional, and global environments. Yeah. So the vision is, of course, to become a leading language center in the region by setting standards of excellence in teaching and learning, and curriculum designs and facilities and cross-cultural understanding consistent with the vision and mission of the university. Okay, and next we have facilities in CELPAD. Yeah, even though we don't have a lot of classrooms, yeah, because our building is not that big. Yeah, we are also sharing our building with ITD. Yeah, Information Technology department. So what we have here are classrooms. We do have some classrooms. Yeah, and we also have language lab, audio lab, TEMU, which is a testing unit and strong room, as well as CELP, which is full name is CELPAD Independent Language Learning Center. Yeah, it's like a small resource center down below, which is close to the mosque. Yeah, so in which a lot of people are there, and we are providing language advisor services, and also students can come and play games and a lot more. So these are the facilities that we have in CELPAD. Yeah. So next one, let me go through the divisions. Yeah, in CELPAD. In CELPAD, we have 5 divisions. Yeah, the biggest division is English Language Division. Yeah, the second one is Quranic. Yeah, Quranic language division, in which they're teaching Arabic. Yeah, and we have Bahasa Melayu, Tilawa, and we have a small unit of Mandarin. Yeah, so at this point we have five different divisions under CELPAD. Yeah, inshallah. So now we move on to courses in CELPAD. So you know what CELPAD is, and you know, hopefully you know where the building is, yeah, which is very close to the mosque and the facilities that we offer here. Yeah, and now courses in CELPAD. So this one also you have to pay attention, yeah, because throughout the study, yeah, throughout your study here in IIUM, you are not only supposed to take English or Arabic courses, but you have to take tilawah and also Bahasa Melayu, okay, depending on which kuliah you are in, or for the international students who do not have basic in Bahasa Melayu, you still have to take Bahasa Melayu, and we do have Mandarin, yeah, as electives. Okay, so here the table is not very clear, okay, but I'm just highlighting to all of you, these are the courses that we have in CELPAD. But if you want to know more in detail, you can go to our website, yeah, in which we have everything there, yeah, the number of credit hours and a lot more. Everything is in the website. So as university students, you all have to be proactive, yeah, you have to be proactive. You have to look for information, right? So here I'm highlighting that we do have all this information in our website. Yeah, you cannot wait for the information to walk to you, but you have to look for the information. And sometimes you do talk to your friends about getting, to get to know, to get more information. But you have to ask the right people. Yeah. So anything with regards to language, you come to our office. Yeah. But for kuliah courses, you don't ask us because we don't know much, but you have to go to your respective kuliahs. Yeah. So now that everybody is a kuliah students, so you have to deal with languages as well as courses in kuliah. Yeah. Now, what we have in CELPAD, we have English language division, I mentioned already, and these are the courses that we have in language in ELD. We call it ELD, English language division. We have English proficiency courses. We have also Unicore, yeah, English for academic writing, in which everybody in this university has to take it once you are done with your English proficiency courses. If you are exempted from the English language courses, then you have to do English for academic writing in year 1. Okay, this is Unicore, means everybody in the university has to take it. And we also have English for occupational purposes, psychology, and also English for employment, and these are all electives. Yeah, so you want to know more, you have to visit our website or visit us. Yeah, and we have Quranic language division, in which we have Arabic proficiency courses. And these are all the course code, yeah, LQAD 1011 up to 1014, similar to English language, LEED 1011 to 1014. And I believe you all are now doing this. That's why you are here. Yeah, you are here in this talk. So these two that I will focus on right after. But for the others, yeah, the others here, you also have to know, because everybody has a study plan. Yeah. So as kuliah students, you have your own study plan, which is given by kuliah. So in the study plan is written what you have to take. So you have to follow the study plan strictly, unless you have other problems that you can discuss with kuliah. Yeah. And we also have tilawah. Tilawah here is a lot of sometimes a lot of issues, because students wait until they want to graduate. Yeah. So refer to your study plan where when you have to do tilawah. Yeah. And which level. So but prior to that, you have to take TPT. TPT is tilawah proficiency test. Yeah. You all have to register. If you haven't, you have to register for TPT so that you know which level you are going to be in. So if you know that you are in any of these level, as long as you complete before you graduate, yeah, because this is a graduation requirement, tilawah. But I advise you not to wait until the day that you want to, or the semester that you want to graduate. You'll be having a lot of problems. Do not put yourself into this trouble, okay? So please visit the website, look at your study plan, and see when you have to take tilawah. So do not cause any problem for yourself because you're going to make your life miserable. Yeah. So to avoid that, be very proactive. Make sure you know what's going on. Make sure you know what you have to take. Yeah. So that your life will be easy in the university. Okay, we have Bahasa Melayu division in which all of these are, we have Unicore and also we have levels, yeah, 1 and 2. So these are not very clear. So you have to, again, visit our website or ask our office. Yeah, we have Bahasa Melayu and these are all the courses and also Mandarin as I mentioned. Okay, I hope everything is okay at this point. Yeah? Okay, I'm going to move on to another slide. Yeah? Now, what my focus today is to talk about proficiency courses, English proficiency courses, which we call EPC, yeah, and also Arabic proficiency courses, APC. All right? So these are the focus, yeah, because actually this curriculum is new. Yeah, it's new. It started last semester and then now is the second semester we are implementing it. Yeah. And with this new curriculum, all right, this is the structure of the new curriculum, of this curriculum that you are in. Yeah. And we have 4 language groups, group A, B, C, and D. Yeah. So why you are in these groups? Yeah. Let's say we have English and Arabic here. So because you obtain these bands. So if you obtain, when you took EPT, English Proficiency Test, or an APT, Arabic Proficiency Test, let's say you obtain, yeah, you got band 4 and 5, you are placed in this, yeah, in this group. For English, LEED 1014 and Arabic LQAD 1014. So, same goes to this group B. If you got band 2 and band 3, these are the courses that you have to take. All right. And group C, 1, band 1 means if you are in LEED, LEED 1012 or LQAD 1012 means you got or you obtain band 1 for EPT and APT. And for those who are in LEED or LQAD 1011 means you got band 0 for your EPT and APT. So these are the results of your EPT and APT. Hence, you are placed in all these, yeah, any of these levels. So the beauty of this curriculum is, you have to do it in one semester. Hence, you look at the contact hours. Okay? So maybe you do not have, I do not have to go into detail about the CEFR level. This is Common European Framework. Yeah. But you have to know your contact hours. Contact hours means class hours. So if you are in group A, you only cover 10 you only have 10 hours per week. Plus SLT is student learning time. Yeah, so that one is like we give more work and things like that. But that 10 hours of class. Yeah. So for B, meaning you have to do more, 20 hours per week, and C, 30 hours per week, but D, you have to do 40 hours per week. Meaning, if you need more English, because here you are here, let's say in blue color, yeah, you need more language, English or Arabic, then you have to take the 40 hours per week. Okay, this one depending also on which one you have to take first. If you are in an English medium, if you're doing English medium program, yeah, of course you have to complete your English first. Let's say if you are here, yeah, group A, yeah, group A, you are in LEED 1014. You have 10 hours, 10 hours. And you have to do, let's say, for example, LQAD 1014 at the same time, you want to do in one semester, let's say. So meaning you have 10 hours of English and 10 hours of Arabic. So you have 20 hours. So the remaining, yeah, the remaining will be taken from kuliah. Yeah. So you have 10, 10, but normally we would advise if your course is English medium, let's say you do economics, yeah, engineering, so English medium, then you finish your English first, yeah, here or this one, and also 1011. Do English first. The following semester, you do, if you pass, because if you pass, yeah, this course, you are done with English. Let's say you are done with English, and then maybe the following semester you will do Arabic for whichever level or whichever groups you are supposed to be. So you have to really be in the know. Yeah, you have to really know which one. That's why come to the right office, come to the right people to ask advice. Yeah. So if you are aware that all these groups have different number of contact hours, class hours. So if you, let's say, you need less, you are in a higher group, you only need 10, you only do 10, meaning you can do more courses in kuliah. If you do 20 here, green color, you also can do courses in kuliah. Yeah, the remaining, I will show you how much the remaining later on. But for group C and D, because there are too many hours, yeah, you cannot basically do courses in kuliah yet because too many, yeah, too many hours already, and maybe you may have problems also understanding kuliah, undergoing kuliah classes and all that. So C and D, if you do language, you only do language. Yeah. So okay. So now I move on to another part, yeah, in which okay, maybe this one no need, it's understood already. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. Let me go back. Okay, I'm going to illustrate a bit on this, yeah? Okay, if you have a pen, yeah, and a paper or anything on your phone, maybe if you want to take note, yeah? Group A, if you are in group A, you have 10 hours, right? 10 hours of classes, which means if we make it equivalent to credit values, yeah, credit values, because you have to know your credit hours. Okay, some subjects in kuliah, one subject 3 credit hours, maybe another subject 2 credit hours. Okay, so if you do 10, okay, you can take note, yeah. The credit values is 4.2. Okay, write it down, 4.2. Meaning, okay, as a kuliah student, you have to have a minimum, yeah? Minimum means the least. Minimum 12 credit hours, which means, okay, for the 10 hours, the credit values is 4.2. Okay, meaning you can take more because you only have 4.2 credit hours from this English for group A. Unless you do English here and then Arabic here, let's say. Then you have 10 hours here, which means you already have 20 hours. And if we make it equivalent to your credit values, that will credit hours, meaning you have 4.2 times 2. Yeah? So meaning it's not enough yet. So you still have to take, you can still have to take kuliah courses. So remember, minimum, every student has to take the minimum of 12 credit hours. So plus language courses. Okay, now again. So group A, credit values 4.2. Okay, group B here 7.7. 7.7, yeah. So meaning, if you want to take 12 credit hours, 12 minus 7.7. So you can take that more, 1 or 2 or maybe 2 kuliah courses. Okay, now 7.7, and then for group C, yeah, 30 hours is 11.2 credit value. So credit hours already 11.2, which means it's okay. Maybe if you want to take one kuliah course, also okay. If you can take the easy one, you think you can handle, yeah. If you can take tilawah, perhaps also okay. Yeah, because you want to make it as 12. See, you have to make sure you have to take at least 12 credit hours. So for group C is 11.2, and last group D is 14.7. 14.7. Okay, it's already enough credit hours or credit values. So you don't have to take other courses because you may face difficulties in terms of language. Okay, so now let me repeat, yeah. You write down credit hours, or actually it's credit values, yeah, we call it, because our courses are not credited, but they are equivalent to credit hours in the case of taking registering for courses. Okay, let me repeat. Group A here, pink color, credit values 4.2. Group B, green color, 7.7. Group C, yeah, 11.2. And group D, 14.7. So these are the credit values. So I'm explaining now, since we are online, maybe you want to know more. So if you want to know more, you can ask your instructors, your teachers, or you can come to our office, yeah, our academic office, yeah. Okay, now let me move on, yeah, because I'm not the only speaker today. There are two more. Okay, now, yes. Okay, this one I need to share because this is the latest one. This is semester 2, right? Now we are in semester 2. Next semester is semester 3. Okay, semester 3, we also offer, yeah, these courses, but only for new students and repeaters. Repeaters means if you fail this semester, semester 2, you have to repeat and you may register if you want, but it's not compulsory because semester 3 is optional. Optional means it's up to you. You want to take or not. or you can take in semester 1. But for the new students, we are offering, those who are coming. So which means we still have these courses that are we going to open, So in case you fail, in case you fail this semester, you may register in semester 3, depending on which language groups you are in. And so the semester 3 is different because it's very short. It's a short semester. It's half of the normal semester. If normal semester consists of 14 weeks here, semester 3 consists of 7 weeks only. So if you are repeating, or if you are repeating the 1014 English or Arabic, your hours in semester 3 will be 20. So we add, because it's a shorter semester. So 20, not 10. So we double up, So credit values 3.85. And if you repeat 1013, contact hours or class hours 28. But at the end of semester 3, you complete, these two courses. On the other hand, means, however, in contrast, if you have to repeat 1011 and 1012, you cannot finish everything in semester 3 because only 7 weeks. You cannot finish. So what we are going to do, we still offer if you want to take, not a must, not compulsory. If you want to take 1012, you will do 18 hours here. But at the end of semester 3, you have not completed. We put IP, meaning in progress. So at the end of semester 3, you have not finished. You have to continue in the following semester 1, which means you have to do 20 hours, continue, 20 hours. Plus 2 is the study time, So semester, 1011 also, if you repeat, you do 30 hours in 7 weeks here, semester 3, and then you continue the same course in semester 1 for 20 hours. So your credit values here would be 7.7, which means you can take, if you are ready, you can take elective courses, Unicore or any easy, maybe introductory courses in your kuliah if you are ready. But you still have to take because you have to complete 12 hours here. 7.7 in semester 1 is not enough. You have to add until you have 12 hours here for these two groups in semester 1. But for semester 3, no issue, no problem, because a student needs to have a maximum, the most is 10 credit hours in semester 3. So these are all below 10. So you are okay. Any questions so far? Any question? Okay. If you have more question, okay, this one will be given to your teachers as well. So your teachers may explain to you. All right, so this is the structure for semester 3, next semester. I hope everybody is clear. For those from level, this group 1-1 and 1-2, 1011, 1012, if you do in semester 3, you will not finish in semester 3, but you will continue in semester 1. So these are the number of hours. Okay? Okay, next. Now, reminders. I'm almost to the end of my presentation. Yeah, reminders. I need to remind all of you. This is an issue with understanding. Yeah, you as university students, you have to understand. Okay, because we had this issue, yeah, recently when students do not understand conditional past. Last semester, we had students when you after the semester ends, after you get your results, yeah, you will see in the result slip conditional. This course, let's say LEED 1014, for example, or LQAD 1014, conditional pass. So conditional pass means you do not pass. It means you still have to do the same course. Yeah? So conditional pass means you do not pass. And at the bottom of the result slip, it is written, repeat this course. That means you have to register the same course again. The problem that we had recently, students thought conditional pass is pass. No, conditional pass is not pass. Means you have to do it again. Okay, you have to check your slip down below. It says repeat. Repeat means you have to do the course again. Yeah, you have not met the requirement. So please pay attention to this one. So means you have to register the same course again in the following semester. If you don't register, means you are not done yet. Yeah, be very careful. So conditional pass is one, and another one for semester 3, there will be this status IP. IP means in progress. This one that I mentioned just now, I explained. In semester 3, those level 1011 and 1012, at the end of semester 3, you will get IP. Means you have not finished. In progress. So don't think that you are done. No, not done. You have to continue, yeah, in semester 1. So the office will do the needful for you and for you to check with us. Where are you? And then, check your, I maklum. Yeah, I maklum which section you should be in and check your schedule. You have to continue. Okay? So these are the 2 reminders that I think all students have to remember, understand. Yeah? Okay, now, what else do I have here? It's done. Yeah? That's all. My presentation. Do we have any question? Khadijah? Okay, is there any question? Maybe there are more questions that perhaps you are wondering, yeah, certain things that you need to know more. You can always come to our office, yeah, the academic office in CELPAD, yeah, and also ask your teachers. And please, whatever it is, ask the right people and also the right office. Okay, so what I can say, the last thing is, if you have anything to know to ask about languages, yeah, your language courses, then you come to our office, yeah. But if you have questions on kuliah courses, you have to go and ask your respective kuliahs. Yeah, whatever it is, as students, you have to be aware of your study plan and what you have to take. You follow diligently and register and get the right channel to do. Inshallah, your life in this university will be easy. Yeah, don't put yourself into trouble. We are always here to assist you. Okay? So if there is no question, I think that's all from me, yeah, Madam Harija and Ustaz Abdullah. So that's all, unless there are questions from anyone. No? Okay, let me stop sharing. Okay, so yeah, then there's no question. Thank you so much for the opportunity. We are always here for you. Yeah, come and reach out to us. Inshallah, we will help you. We'll assist you. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Liza, for your input. So it is hoped that the students can understand better our structure, right? The EPC and APC structure. Okay, next, I would like to invite Ustaz Abdullah Bukhari to talk about the importance of learning language from Islamic perspective. Okay, welcome, Ustaz.
Thank you, Madam Khadija, Dr. Liza Abdullah, staff, lecturers of CELPAD, and my dear children, students of IIUM. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank CELPAD, particularly Madam Khadija, for inviting me to share my thought or a few of the information about Islamic outputs on learning language in this session. Actually, the purpose of this session is to make all of you aware that learning language is not a secular matter. Even though maybe some people, they have this kind of thought, learning English or Arabic is not important. It is only a requirement for graduation of this university. No, actually this session will somehow open your eyes, open our mind to understand that learning language is very Islamic. Learning language is very Islamic. Even when you are attending your class, spending your time every day going to class, doing the assignment, everything related to the classroom, to the learning of language, you will be rewarded by Allah accordingly, provided that you have to start everything with a good intention. So that is why for me this session is very important for you to align your intention of learning language in CELPAD, not only for the graduation or going to clear or something like that, but it is because of the teaching of Islam, and Allah will reward you accordingly if you learn the language. Okay, that is the introduction for our session. And then we go to the first slide. Okay, we human beings are social creature, and then we are social creature with communication. Meaning by that, we are human being is a social being. We are social being. We cannot stay alone. We have to stay together. And of course, in order to stay together, to live in the community, we have to have the tools of communication. So that is why language is highly needed, because language is the main tools of communication, because you cannot live alone. Even if you live together with your friend, with your family or anybody, you must have something to communicate with. So that is why we should learn the language. Even if you go to our forefather, the story of our forefather, the creation of Adam alayhi salam, our forefather, Allah somehow showed us in the whole Quran that the communication or the communication tones had been embedded or had been put inside Adam alayhi salam right after his creation. Okay, this is Surah Al-Baqarah verse 30. But if you go to the previous ayah, Allah mentioned to the angels that he will appoint Adam, our forefather, to be the vicegerent, the Khalifa, or the administrator of the earth. And then after the appointment, after the information about appointment to be on Adam as the Khalifa, the vicegerent of this world, Allah mentioned in the following ayah, this ayah, Allah said, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. And Allah, he taught Adam the names of all things. Allah somehow taught Adam the names of all things. And then the scholars of tafsir, discussed about the meaning of al-asma, names of all things. And then it is mentioned in tafsir, in this one modern tafsir, and this is Tafsir Munir, the author of Tafsir Munir, Professor Al-Marhum, Professor Wahbah Zuhairi. And then he mentioned in his tafsir, upon explaining the meaning of al-asma, the names of all things. And then he said, Allah taught Adam names of unseen and touchable objects around him, such as plants, trees, fruits, animals, static creatures, and others. All these are the necessities needed by Adam or the children of Adam, all of us, afterward, for his survival in this world. Okay, it hadn't been taught the angels because they didn't need the language, the terms of language by the nature of the creation, because the angels was created by Allah to be put in the heaven or certain places. And then the angels, they do not need the terms of communication as we human beings need. So that is why after the creation of Adam, Allah somehow taught Adam names of unseen. Why? Because we need that for the survival, for our survival in this world. Okay? And among the language is among the earliest bounties or ni'mah. Language is among the earliest bounty or ni'mah to humankind after its creation. Because if you open Surah Ar-Rahman, Allah say Ar-Rahman, the most compassionate. Allah is the most compassionate. Allam al-Quran, among the sign of his compassion to human being, what is it? Allam al-Quran, taught the whole Quran to human being. And then خلق الإنسان, he created humanity. And then right after the creation of humanity, Allah say علمه البيان, and taught them speech. Al-Bayan is speech. So we should think, how do we give a speech, talk to other person without without the language? So that is why we have to be very grateful, because we know the language, or Allah somehow taught Adam, and then it has been cascaded to his offspring, children, the importance of language. Okay. علمه البيان, see, Al-Hasan, this is Hasan al-Basri, the student of Sahaba, the companions, interpreted that Al-Bayan is al-nutqu, or we call it eloquent speech, good speech. Okay, this refers to Allah teaching the Holy Quran, that is teaching the servant how to recite it by making it easy for them to speak and pronounce letters with various parts of the mouth, such as the al-halaq, the throat, the tongue, and the two lips, everything. It is mentioned in Tafsir Ibn Kathir. And then it is also mentioned that Allah taught Adam names of everything, including all the languages. Because Allah said, خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ عَلَّمَهُ الْبَيَانِ, is the name of everything, including the language. For example, Allah called Adam, okay, Adam, this is the tree. In English, you call it tree. In Arabic, shajarah. In Bahasa Melayu, we call it pokok, and so on and so forth. And then Adam somehow absorbed on the knowledge, on the language inside him, and then he taught the principle of every language of the world to his children soon after that. And then Alhamdulillah, up to now, we can communicate, we can understand each other by learning language, because language is among, as I say, among the bounties, the earliest ni'mah or bounty of Allah to humankind. Okay, even the language, the diversity in our language, in our skin, our colors, or our races in this one, is among the sign of the oneness of Allah. Allah, we know, as a Muslim, we believe that Allah is the greatest. Allah is the all-wise creator. And then in order to understand, one of the greatness of Allah is the creation of the language. See, Allah said in this ayah, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ, and one of his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth. And then Allah say, وَاخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ, and the diversity of your languages and your colors. So that is why, because the language and the colors, the skin colors of human being is part of the science of Allah, we shouldn't somehow mock or make fun of the color of the people or the language of the people. Because some people, they make a joke. They make a joke as if they are teaching, they are talking using Chinese or Arabic in a mocking way. They insulted or make fun of certain language. So actually, there was not allowed in Islam or not good. Why? Because if you are mocking other language or the skin of other people, somehow you are mocking, you are making fun of the signs of Allah's creation. You can make fun of other people's language, the skin color, but you will never create such wonderful language of the human being. So that is why among the explanation of this ayah made by the scholars of tafsir, you shouldn't mock or make fun of other people's language or the skin color, because it is the creation of Allah. The creation of Allah. And it is mentioned clearly here, the diversity of language, the diversity of language. So that is why when you learn language, meaning by that you are doing or you are following Allah's orders to understand people, to understand people. Okay, we go to the next issue, the importance of learning language from Al-Quran dan juga Sunnah. Al-Quran and Sunnah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why it is important to learn language, to learn language. And inshallah, I hope that after listening to the session, you will be very cheerful, and then you are full of spirit. You want to learn more language because it is part of Islamic teaching. And then, as I said earlier, you will be rewarded by Allah accordingly because you are learning language. Okay, number one, it is undeniable that learning language is the tools of da'wah. Tools in da'wah, because in this ayah, Allah mentioned in general about the purpose of sending the prophet. Allah said, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ رَسُولٍ, we have not sent messengers of any nation in the previous days, previously, إِلَّا بِلِسَانِ قَوْمِهِ, except in the language of his people. Why? لِيُبَيِّنَ لَهُمْ, to clarify the message of Allah for them. So based on this ayah, we can somehow make a theory. For example, long time ago, long before the birth of Prophet Adam alayhi salam, or the birth of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, maybe there was a prophet in Russia, or Brazil, or Argentina, or Australia. We never know, because this verse somehow explain it in a general way. Allah said, we have not sent a messenger except in the language of his people, to clarify the message of Allah for them. Based on this ayah, and the scholars and the present scholars, the local scholars, the present scholars of this time, see that this ayah is not only about telling about the nature of language used by the Prophet to any nation, but it is also mentioned about the importance of language as a tool of da'wah. For example, how can you make a da'wah to the Japanese if you are not able to speak Japanese language, or the Chinese? So that is why you learn Arabic, you learn English or Bahasa in this university. It will be useful for you in the future. You never know, for example, you learn English and then in the beginning it is really difficult for you to master English. You struggle, but never mind. Align your intention, your niyyah, with a good niyyah. Maybe inshallah, after years of learning, commitment to the language, maybe in the future, maybe in 10 or 20 years time, you will be the preacher, the preacher somewhere using English or Arabic, inshallah. Okay, number two, the importance of learning language. It is a communication tools of different nations. It is a communication tools of different nations, because in this ayah, Surah Al-Hujurat, Allah said, oh humanity, indeed, we created you from a male and a female. And then also Allah said, and made you into peoples and tribes, so that you may get to know one another. لِتَعَارَفُوا. So how can you know one another without knowing the language? So taking your time, attending classes in CELPAD to learn English or Arabic somehow is, if you are doing that with a good intention, meaning by that you are following the instruction of Allah in this ayah. لِتَعَارَفُوا, to get to know one another. When you know one another, then you have many things to share or many things to appreciate with your friend. So learning language is very important because it is tools of communication for different nations. Okay, even if you go to the hadith, this hadith is very interesting. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam once instructed or asked Zaid bin Thabit. You know what? Zaid bin Thabit, during that time, was only 11 years old. A very young Sahaba, companion, 11 years old. Rasulullah said to him or instructed or asked Zaid bin Thabit to learn Hebrew language. Allah said, as it is mentioned in the hadith, Zaid bin Thabit narrated that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to me, "O Zaid, learn the writing or the language of the Jews. By Allah, I cannot trust in what Jews write to me." I learned, and then Zaid said that I learned to read and write Hebrews in 15 nights only. A very brilliant, very intelligent young boy. He kata, I learned to learn to read and write Hebrews in 15 nights only. After that, I started to read the letters of the Jews sent to the Rasulullah, and I also replied the letter on behalf of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Can you imagine that? If learning language is not important, then Rasulullah will never ask Zaid to learn language. Even if you go to the history during during the time of Abbasid, the knowledge actually the knowledge spread very well during the time, right? Because of translation, because the government, the Khalifa during that time encouraged people to learn other language, the Latin. Why? Because there was part of the process to transfer knowledge, transfer everything, the knowledge in different languages into the Arabic, so that Muslim can become the leader in knowledge. So that is why during the time of Abbasid, the dynasty of Abbasid, Islam became the leader of this world. Why? Because they made a very huge action on the translation, and in doing so, you have to learn language. Okay, and then even Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this hadith, somehow Rasulullah even used foreign language. Okay, for example, this hadith, one day Rasulullah was given some clothes, including a black khamisa. Black khamisa is cloth with black lines. Rasulullah said, "To whom shall we give this wear?" The people, the companion, kept silent. Whereupon Rasulullah said, "Go and fetch Khalid for me. Go and fetch Khalid for me." And then after that, Khalid, when he grew bigger, he narrated this hadith, and then he said, Khalid said, I was carried as I was a small girl at the time. Rasulullah took the khamisa in his hand and made me wear it and said, "May you live long, may you live so long that your dress will wear out and you will many times." Rasulullah, and then after putting the garment to Khalid, Rasulullah said to this design, "Oh Khalid, this is sana." And sana actually in the Ethiopian language means beautiful. Maybe we have here the audience from Ethiopia, from Somalia, because it is in this hadith. Rasulullah said, sana, beautiful. Why did Rasulullah say that to Khalid? Actually, Khalid actually was Khalid ini okay, never mind. Khalid somehow was born in Ethiopia. Why? Because before his father migrated to Medina and joined forces with Rasulullah, if I'm not mistaken, in the years of 7 Hijrah, he was Khalid was with his father in Ethiopia, and then he became she actually know the word of Ethiopian, so that is why Rasulullah used the language to console him. Okay, it is another hadith that Khalid binti Khalid said, "I came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam along with my father, and I was wearing a yellow shirt. Then Rasulullah said to me, consoling me, say, sana. Somehow the meaning of sana, nice. It is very nice. Your shirt or your garment is very nice in the Ethiopian language." And then Khalid said that, then I started playing with the seal of prophethood on the back, on the Rasulullah back. And then my father admonished me, but Rasulullah said, "Leave her." He then addressing me saying, "May you live so long that your dress gets worn out, and you will many times. And then where another thing is again worn out, it gets worn out, or meaning of this hadith is, may Allah prolong your life. And then the narrator of this hadith said that the garment remained usable for a long period of time. Even it is mentioned by the scholars of hadith, Khalid, because of the dua of the Rasulullah, lived so long. He was the last companion of Rasulullah. He or she, sorry, she was the last companion of Rasulullah who passed away. She was the last companions of Rasulullah who passed away. Why? Because the word of Rasulullah, or the dua, a supplication made by Rasulullah to her when Rasulullah give Khalid the garment. Okay. And then the last one, this is the last one before I stop, before I end my presentation. Even Dhul Qarnayn used interpreter in his journey. Why? Because we know Dhul Qarnayn is one of the great king of the world, because Allah mentioned about his story in Surah Al-Kahfi. And in his journey, he made a journey to the west, to the east, and then he made a journey to the two mountains. And some scholars say that, mostly scholars say that the Caucasian mountain somewhere in Azerbaijan, something like that. And then it is mentioned in this hadith, until Dhul Qarnayn reached pass between two mountains. He found in front of them a people who could hardly understand his language. And then after that, they pleaded, the people of that place, whose language is very difficult to understand, somehow can communicate with him. And then upon discussing this hadith, the modern scholars of tafsir, for example, Professor Wahab Zuhaili, in his tafsir said that, how do Dhul Qarnayn communicated with the people of this place? Because in the beginning, Allah say in this ayah, the people who could hardly understand his language, because the language of that people of that place is very difficult. But soon after that, we can see in the following verses of the Holy Quran, they are able, or they were able to communicate and deliver the message or their hardship, the problem to Dhul Qarnayn. How? So that is why the scholars of tafsir, they say that Dhul Qarnayn is a great king, and then when he made a journey to many places, he had the interpreter of certain language. Why? Because it is the tools of communication. So that is why, before I end my session, the purpose of the topic I delivered to you just now is to encourage you to have a good intention. Learning language in CELPAD is not only a requirement for graduation as you enter the university. So inevitably you have to go and to learn. Although some students might say, I have to suffer a lot in CELPAD learning language. No, you have to put aside. Align your intention, your niyyah with Islam. You go to CELPAD, you learn language, you say to yourself, it is my part of, I have to take part in this, my journey to learn language, because I will be rewarded by Allah accordingly, because I learn language to be used in the in our life, in my life, in the future, because it is very useful, not only for the purpose of graduation. Okay, my dear student, before I end my session, this is a reminder. We have to have mercy to the disabled, because it is the disability RAM in CELPAD, because many students abuse the facility. They park the bicycle, the motorcycle, blocking the way for the disabled. So if you are a good Muslim, if you are really the student of this university, Islamic university, you have to be very Islamic. Do not harm the disabled. Do not take the right. Park or place your vehicle accordingly. Okay? This is the picture I took a long time ago as a campaign to give the awareness to students of this university to practice Islam in a correct way, have mercy to the disabled. Okay, that is all, Madam Khadija. I think enough for this afternoon. Hopefully, all our students here changed the mindset learning language is not only for the graduation, it is because of Allah, because of Islam. Inshallah, every second, every suffering you have during learning language will be rewarded accordingly. Inshallah, you will be blessed by Allah by learning language. Allahu Alam. Thank you, Madam Kharijah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
All right, thank you, Ustaz Abdullah, for the reminder and wonderful insight. So I hope the students could gain something from it. All right, so next, I would like to talk about. Let me right. Oh, sorry. Okay. So my session, I want to talk about how to be a good language learner. Okay, so basically, like Ustaz Abdullah Bukhari mentioned just now, firstly, you need to understand your motivation. Why are you here, right? So therefore, you know what's your purpose, and then you should have a pure and genuine intention, and then please do not feel by being in CELPAD is something that you think they're gonna be wasteful, for example, because learning language can really benefit you in many ways. Okay, so firstly, strengthen your intention, understand your motivation. Why are you here? Okay, why are you here? Why do you need to learn the language? How can I learn the language? What should I do, for example? Okay, so firstly, when you want to be a good language learner, you should set your goals. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay, doing something without any goal will not be beneficial. So how can you set your goal? Okay, so one of the ways that you can set your goal is by having the SMART goals. Okay, what is SMART goals? Firstly, S stands for specific. What exactly are you trying to achieve? All right. Next, your goal should be measurable. M. How will you know when you have achieved it? Right? And then your goal should be attainable. A. Is it general to achieve it? And then make sure that your goal is relevant. Does it contribute to your personal growth? And then it should be time bound. When do you want to achieve your goal? Okay, please ignore this because SMART goals is planning a goal by using SMART SMART goals can be used in any way. All right. Next. So how can you use this? Okay, so for example, just now, right, SMART goal. So firstly, let's say, what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? I want to learn 50 new English words related to travel in 4 weeks by using flashcards and reviewing them every day for 15 minutes. Okay, so how can you read it? Okay, it is not a general goal. For example, the goal is specific. What do you want to achieve? I want to learn 50 words related to travel. Okay, your goal should be measurable. So how do you know you can achieve that goal? I can check how many words I remember. So make sure your goal is possible to be achieved. Okay, for example, my aim is to learn 50 words in 4 weeks is realistic because, for example, it's just 50 words. You divided it into each week it is going to be only 12 to 13 words per week, right? And then your goal should be relevant. Why? Why do you want to achieve this goal? Because it helps me to talk about travel or something I enjoy or need. And then your goal should be time bound. There is a specific time frame so that you know by 4 weeks, you should be able to know 50 new English words. So this is how you can set your goal in order for you to become a good language learner. Okay, it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be achievable, it should be relevant, and it should be time-bound, smart. Okay, next, create a good study plan. Plan your day. What do you want to do? Okay, so you should have a consistent schedule. So set you need to have a daily practice. You need to use the language that you want to learn. Okay, you should have balanced study sessions. And then besides that, learning a language is not just writing, it's not just reading. It should consist of reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Not only read and read and read, or maybe you write the essay and ask your teacher to check your essay every day. It is not, learning language is not only that. Okay, you should have consistent schedule. You should use a variety of methods for you to become a good language learner. So how we learn? How do you learn? Okay, so firstly, for English classes, for language classes in CELPAD, be it English or Arabic, okay, so you will be exposed to the new language, right? Your teacher will introduce new words, new sounds, grammar, okay? Or if you're learning by yourself, you can watch YouTube videos, you can read a course textbook, okay, listen to a foreign Netflix film, for example. You know, you need to be exposed to the language. That is the most important thing for you to be a good language learner. So after you have been exposed to the language, you need to practice. Practice the new words, practice the grammar, practice the sounds, okay? Talk to your friends, talk to yourself, talk out aloud, because it is important to try to mimic the sound as best possible. Practice is the best. Practice is the best way for you to improve the language. After that, once you the production part, okay, take what you have recently learned and apply it in a real life situation. For example, if you're self-studying, so we have these days, right? We have apps. If you have no friends to use the language to practice, we can use apps like Tandem, like for example, even ChatGPT, right? To use the language. Okay, you need to be exposed to the language, you need to practice using the language, and you need to use the language. Okay, not only in the class, definitely outside of the class, you need to use the language in order for you to become a good language learner. All right, so like I mentioned earlier, you should be exposed to the language and then you need to engage with the language in order for you to become an excellent language learner, in order for you to, you know, to be proficient in that language sooner. You need to engage with the language. How? Okay, you must participate in class. You cannot learn anything just by sitting and writing. You need to learn, you need to participate, okay? And then try practice speaking with your peers. Okay, so maybe right now you might want to forget your native language because your goal is to learn the new language, be it English or Arabic. Practice speaking with your friends, and then furthermore, you can also use language apps. Besides that, effective use of resources, utilize available tools that can help you to improve your language skills. Okay, you can use your textbooks, and then there are a lot of free online materials which you can use, and then there are language learning apps. And in CELPAD, we have CELPAD Independent Learning Language Center, which is called CELC. Here, hold on, here, we have many books to help you to improve your language. Bahasa Melayu books, Mandarin books, English books, Arabic books, okay? You can use the resources in order for you to improve your language, not only in the class or during your free time, you can come to CELC to learn independently. Besides that, weekly, for English, for example, we have English clinics to help the students to improve your language skills. Okay, come and join us every Friday for English. We have 2 sessions in the morning from 11:45 to 12:45, and in the afternoon from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And come to Circ and you can use our facilities and then join our clinic, right? Earlier, I mentioned about the learning apps, okay? So there are many apps available these days. These are the 2 apps, I think, which is, I don't know whether you know it. These are some of the apps you can use to use the language, to learn the language. One of it is Duolingo. So here, if I can share you, if I can share with you. Um, okay, if you can search Duolingo. Okay, I think this is quite interesting, especially for you if you are at the elementary level, right? So for example, you want to learn Arabic language, okay? Just now I tried, right? I chose Arabic. Okay, so Duolingo will ask you, what do you want to learn? How much Arabic do you know? And then maybe I'm new to Arabic. Okay, we'll start fresh and then continue. Okay, let's find the best place to start. Do you want to start from scratch? Or if you can find your level, let's say you don't know anything about Arabic language, you can continue. All right, so you can practice, you know. So this is Duolingo. Another app that you can use, one of the example is Hello Talk. Okay, but actually you need to download it through your phone, and then you can use it using the web. So for Hello Talk, basically, you can meet people around the world. Okay, the worldwide community. You can practice speaking the language. Let's say if you want to learn Chinese, or if you want to learn Spanish, if you want to learn, so you can meet people around the world to practice with the native speakers. Okay, so there are many more apps. I think maybe some of you are using these apps, all right? So not only learning in the class, you can use these tools to help you to improve your language skill, okay? This. Okay, besides that, you can use the immersion techniques to improve language. What can you do? Okay, watch movies and listen to music in the target language, read books, articles, and blogs, and then English with native speakers. So these days, with the advancement of technology, you can use the different apps that are available, right? I think most of the students here, their problem is they do not use the language. They only use the language in class. Therefore, you take longer time to improve. All right. So besides that, you can practice speaking, you can join language clubs, you can find language exchange partners, you can use speaking exercise in apps. So this is to improve your speaking skills. So how can you improve your listening? Listen to podcasts and audio. So I think you know this. What you need to do now is to take action. Okay, to take action, to use the language, to engage with the language. Okay, that is the most important thing. Okay, forget your native language at this moment. All right. Okay, to enhance reading and writing, okay, you can read academic articles and literature. Yeah, okay, you can practice to write essays and journal entries. You can practice with grammar and vocabulary. I think this enhanced reading and writing, improve listening, speaking skills, I think this has been told by your teachers countless times. So you should take action to improve yourself, to change. Okay. So these are the common obstacles, common problems. Why the students do not want to use the language. Okay, maybe you are afraid of making mistakes, right? So what you can do, take the mistakes as learning opportunities. We are human, we are not perfect. Okay, making mistakes is not wrong. Okay, as long as you take it as learning opportunities. Or maybe you don't feel confidence in using the language. So what you can do is to seek feedback and support. Okay, we at CELPAD, we really, you can come to us at any time. I think your teachers always give you good feedbacks and support, right? So by right, you should not be worried to make mistakes and not to have confidence in using the target language. All right. So once you have done that, okay, you need to regularly review and do self-reflection. Okay, check yourself. Okay, revisit the learned material. Okay, any improvement, compare. Previous month, what's your level? This month, is there any improvement? If there's no, why? Okay, revise, review. And then assess yourself. All right, and as well as adjust learning strategies as needed, because different individual has different way of learning. So you should know yourself what's the best way for you. Finally, all right, be motivated. Okay, how you can maintain your motivation? Okay, like I mentioned earlier, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan. Plan. Let's say now you are at the beginner level. You know 100 words, for example. So what do you want to achieve? Okay, set small achievable milestones, and then you can reward yourself for progress to make yourself be motivated to learn the language, and as well as stay connected with language learning communities. Okay, to conclude, so how can you be a good language learner? Okay, it is important to have goals. It is important to be motivated, and you need to practice consistently. Secondly, use all of the resources available to you, okay, to improve your language, and immerse with the language, engage with the language, use the language. Okay, for example, if you're Malaysian studying Arabic language, use Arabic. All right, if you're a Chinese student, don't speak Chinese with your Chinese friends. Okay, use the language. Okay, so overcoming challenges and staying motivated is the key to be successful language learner. With that, I end my presentation. Thank you. Right. All right. So, is there any question? So, if you need more information about what you've learned today, you can consult your class teachers for more information, right? If there's nothing else, I would like to end the session with Suratu Al-As and Tasbih Kifarah. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Liza. Thank you, Ustaz Abdullah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Khadijah. Assalamualaikum, everyone.